For real? Oh, crap. It was that close? Why didn't you give us some countdown?
There was a giant countdown on the screen.
Well, I wasn't watching it.
Well, whose fault is that?
OMG.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Afternoon Market Action, where Joey didn't give us a countdown and just said, hey, I'm going to put you on live, and there we go. My name is Glenn.
My name is Ryan.
And Ryan's just sitting in the back going, oh, boy, here we go.
I'm just here for the show, just like everybody else.
If you can, gosh, I can't believe he did that. If you can hear us loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the chat, preferably with VV Nation, to let us know that we are loud and clear. Victoria says, finally able to line it up where I could make it to a live and not have to watch it later. Glad that you're here, Victoria. Good afternoon, Furby. Good afternoon, Dave and Ross. Ross, you're everywhere now. Ross is everywhere now. Once he went to Tampa, I think he just wanted to just be all over YouTube. So that's awesome. G Money, David, Alfreda. There we go, Alfreda. Still reaching out. Still trying to. I think I reached out to you already. Roy, Donna, Elaine or Alan, sorry, and Horace. So seems like you guys can hear us. The alert hasn't gone out yet. I didn't hear it go out. Joey is funny. No, he's not that funny. Don't get, he wasn't supposed to. I'm going to put you're going to be live, and I was like, I didn't realize we were that close. That was partly my fault, not all my fault. It was partly my fault. So the rest of it was.
All right, looks like the alert is hitting. I see everyone. Tickering in now. There it goes. Yep.
All right, there you go. No, that's Ryan. You didn't get a new hat. You just
same hat. I just didn't wear it last week, Jazz. First time I've worn it this year.
Oh, okay. All right, so I'm still fresh off of Tampa. I can't say that for too much longer, right?
Nope.
This is our third day of the week back from Tampa. Did you see XRP? I'm sure probably Ryan is watching it. I think we both have a crypto story today.
I don't like XRP though.
Oh, you don't like X? You don't like
it? It could jump. I don't like it. The whole point of crypto is to be decentralized. XRP is owned by Ripple Labs. They control it. So, no, I don't like Ripple. I'm a Bitcoin believer.
Wow. Keith says, sorry, Glenn. I like Ryan's hat better. Only 5 or 6 of my own. I think I know a little bit about what I like. So. That's all I got to say. I've only got 3. I've got 3. I've got 1 Stetson and 2 other black hats. So I'm thinking about probably getting another hat or 2 this year. How about Ethereum? Mukesh asks Ryan.
All the crypto's going to be going. We're going to get to the stories here in just a moment. But yeah, crypto's on the move, and you're going to see how. Remember the end of 2024? I was just about 20% in crypto. I'm going to let you know right now, by the end of the show, probably about 35 to 40% in crypto.
And he's just going to go broke.
Hey, you can say what I want, but who won Who won in our competition, Glenn? Who won?
Pushing buttons. See, I try to stay away from pushing buttons, because I can go a whole different direction, and I don't want to do that. I don't even want to do that. I'm trying not to do that. G Money says just needs shaping, Glenn. TSM, what should we do, you think? Ryan's got a story on TSM. Ryan's got a story. I'm not saying that yet. And I'm going to talk about how I'm not feeling all that warm and fuzzy about the move, just quite right yet.
I don't feel that warm and fuzzy about the market either, Glenn. So are we on the same page?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I like TSM, but I'm looking at all of the AI stocks. I'm not ready yet. I just say I'm not. So I'm not going to be the first to say just go buy it. I'm just not feeling it yet. And you know me, I like for the stock. I'm not only the stock. I want the market to come to me, and it's starting to move. But and no matter how good a stock, we both like Nvidia. I don't know if I'm ready to pull the trigger on Nvidia yet. I like Palantir. I'm not sure if I'm ready to pull the trigger on Palantir yet. So I'm not gonna just say go buy it. I just need the market to come to me. Go ahead. I thought you was gonna say something.
Oh, nothing. I was just gonna say the only people that should be jumping in the market today are more aggressive traders.
I agree with that.
With the green light, primary wave up, we got the trend behind our coattails. If you're more conservative, if you're worried about the volatility next week with the new administration, wait till the dust settles. Otherwise, it's an aggressive move to buy today and tomorrow.
I'm with you on that, 110%. All right. First thing I probably want to do.
Bill, it's not 2 days, bud. We're at 5 days.
I'm going to go look at the market timing graph. Ooh, there it is. A little slow there. Hold on. There we go. And take that off. And let's go to the market timing graph. All right, there we are. And this is what catches my attention. You know, I like what Ryan said in regards to it's more of an aggressive move. We've gotten back into a channel. All right, and look at today's candle. Look at the wick at the top. The wick and the body are about the same, which makes me feel not warm and fuzzy. I'm looking at the MTI. I'm looking at the buy-to-sell ratio. Market has moved higher on a week-over-week basis. That's giving us primary wave up. And with that, I back up and solely support the aggressive move. I'm waiting for the market to come to me. I'd really like to see if we can break above this current level of resistance. Other than that, folks, we're still sitting in a channel. Market, big moves between yesterday and today. Huh?
Close that panel a little bit.
To which way? To right?
Yeah.
All right.
We did break that downward trend line. The only thing I'd be worried about is a good retest on that trend line. Which means the market would have to go down before it goes back up.
And I like this channel enough that I'd like to see it go above the VectorVest composite, go above 71.22. That's so we're almost on the same sheet of music. He's a little bit more aggressive.
I think we're just singing the same tune, or same song, different tune, maybe.
Then it's not the
slightly
same
different
song.
tune.
Then it's not the same song. Yeah. What do you know about music theory? Oh, absolutely
theory?
nothing. Okay, that's good. All right, I just wanted to make sure. All right, but we're in the same ballpark, playing two different positions. That's better than the same tune, different song.
So aggressive right now, a more moderate approach to swing trading. Glenn's got the right idea. Wait till it breaks above that channel. You know, obviously, the more confirmation you wait, the more gains you're giving up.
I agree, but man, the move is no joke. The move
I
over
have
the
a feeling
last
the move
3 days
next week will be bigger. I just don't know which way it's going yet.
Yeah, that's also true. All right, so just to give a view of what we're looking at in the market. Now we're going to talk about some news stories that are moving the market, and I always try to put something in about the market itself. I get confused about ROI and percent price change. ROI is the return on investment once you're in a stock, how much you're making on the position. Percent price change is the move of the stock today. That is the difference between the two. The move of the stock today. The return on investment is how much money you've made on investing in those stocks. All right, hopefully that makes sense. U.S. stocks as key measure of inflation eases. Banks kick off earnings season. The big banks so far look good. Earnings is the engine that drives a stock higher and the market higher. And interesting, I'm watching the employment number. Zuckerberg, how hard is this? Not only is he laying off people, he's saying he's laying off the slackers pretty much. And if you get laid off,
he's feeling frisky since he grew that beard.
You know, and if you get laid off, you're looked at as one of the slackers. That's really kind of harsh. I don't know if I would have put it that way. The lower performing people are going to get laid off. I'm like, wow, that hurts a little. All right, that hurts a little.
And G Money, real quick, your comment: Trump will be a catalyst. To the upside, this has been setting up all week. Down, then higher, ups coming. This week, not so much, but just the BSR and MTI so low,
right.
The market's looking for the catalyst, right? Whether it's Trump or not, we'll find out next week. But the market's been waiting for a catalyst now for what, about 2, potentially 3 weeks since the BSR and MTI has gotten in these levels. And so again, we're all waiting to see what happens next week. If you jump in before, it's aggressive, right? I'm
going to look at the MTI and buy-to-sell ratio levels real quick. When we hit the level of support, 0.68, 0.29 on the buy-to-sell ratio. Hit the level of support, 0.69, 0.30. Crash through the level of support, 0.68, 0.22. You notice none of these times have we gotten to the point where the market was actually really looking for a bottom. It was close. Close only counts in hand grenades and horseshoes. What
That's a
I'm
fair
looking,
statement.
what I've been really looking for out of all of this pullback is a real deep correction to get these levels where we should be looking for a bottom. We're anticipating. And I don't think that the market has fallen, my opinion, I don't think that the market has fallen hard enough to really truly find a bottom. You agree or
And
disagree?
I agree, and I have a feeling we'll get the Trump enthusiasm again, like we saw after the election, and it fades shortly thereafter.
I agree.
That's just my assumption. That's why I say be aggressive, have some stops in place. Don't become emotional if this doesn't work out by the end of next week or the following, okay?
Right. And Bill, we were at 0.20 a couple of days pre-market. I don't care about pre-market. I'm looking for close of the day. Where are we? Where were these indicators? Close of the day. Now, Amir asks a great question. Do you think the market is going to fall more? I think it needs to. Whether it does or not is another story, but I think it needs to. We need to set in a hard bottom in this market. We ain't got it. We haven't gotten it by way of our indicators. All right, but earnings kickoff for banks starting to look good. I like that. That's going to be short-term good for the market. Short-term, how about Citigroup climbs after posting Q4 earnings beat, announces a $20 billion stock buyback. All right, and we're going to see more stories. More banks have to report, so we'll see what they do. But, a lot of people look at the first quarter, look at the first couple of weeks of January, or the first couple of weeks of market reporting, and you look at the banks to see what the banks are doing. GT, do you have a crystal ball? Yes. But if you want to know what's on my crystal ball, you've got to pay me $1.2 trillion, and I'll give you everything on my crystal ball. If you ain't going to pay me that much, then no. All right, next story is Ryan's story, and we both were looking at this story. I think that this is a good story, especially when it comes to quantum. Take it away, Ryan.
I'm trying to find that.
Oh my gosh, can you not read my screen?
No, it's so small. No, I honestly can't.
Okay. Well,
But quantum stocks, I don't really need to read the story. We all know what happened. Microsoft CEO bucked the trend of NVIDIA CEO and Meta, the old Zuck. Me personally, I care about Microsoft CEO's opinion on quantum more than Meta by far.
Or how about NVIDIA?
NVIDIA, that's where I'm getting to.
Okay.
NVIDIA, I'm mixed because NVIDIA is the leader right now in semiconductors. They should know, a little bit about the space, you would think, right? Obviously, since quantum, or was it QPUs, whatever they're going to be called, quantum processing units will be integrated with those. It's still volatile. That's why I say play it as a trade, not as an investment right now. Some of these are, some of those pullbacks did look attractive. I did a video last Thursday. Some of them, like, was it Qubit and LAES? My levels, if you watch the video, hopefully if you did some bottom fishing there, that worked out well for you. Like LAES up 30% today. I mentioned that yesterday. These stocks are still hot, and they do have the potential to change the world. And there's no doubt about that. But I was looking at some of these market caps. You had 1, 2, 3 billion market caps on some of these companies, but the revenue was like $10 million, $12 million. It wasn't adding up. They're so overvalued. So again, do not get burned. Do not let these become emotional.
And I'm with Ryan in that they should be trades right now. It's a hot space. People have shown that it's a hot space. People have made a lot of money in them. Joy is saying QSI is going to blast next. Again, a lot of the smaller dollar ones are very volatile. So just be careful.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next story, Palantir. Palantir jumps 4% as analysts account for $120 million in stock compensation. The adjustments are due to the vesting of approximately $120 million in stock appreciation rights, which began to vest when Palantir shares were worth $50 or greater in Q4 2024. They got money. Not only they got all this money that vested, that's more money for the company. They're still getting the contracts. They still got collaborations with the government, with other countries. Palantir is an international company that everybody's looking to get a piece of. So
The only thing I'm concerned about is the valuation. The valuation is actually on the decline.
Well, then that's going to be interesting because if you want stocks that are one undervalued, and if they are overvalued and value is falling, that is a red flag. That is a huge, huge red flag. A lot of people made a lot of money off of Palantir. I think it goes again to this year. We will see. We will definitely see. All right. Someone asked about TSM. Ryan's got a story in here. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing earnings coming out. We'll probably do a live on this, I'm assuming, right?
Is this tomorrow?
Is it tomorrow? I don't know.
No, so they're in Taiwan, so they're usually pre-market, like some weird hours.
Oh, it is
unless
tomorrow.
You want to come here.
Yeah. I'm not coming at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Before the sun rises.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. So we won't know until tomorrow.
But obviously, TSM, they're probably the world's most important company right now. If it wasn't for TSM, I guarantee you China would probably have already been in Taiwan, because that's the only reason why U.S. is protecting them, well, for the most part. This is the company to have on your radar. Obviously, if you're a trader, you can look at moving averages. But I like TSM. The AI revolution, NVIDIA, AMD, all that stuff is not possible without Taiwan Semiconductor.
Absolutely.
I don't know how the earnings is going to play out, and I'm not going to speculate on that. But if it does take a dip, it's probably a dip worth, taking a nibble at, in my opinion. I do have TSM in my list. I'll probably put it in my portfolio today.
I'm going to call it. They're going to beat top and bottom.
Well,
it's going to be forward guidance.
Exactly.
I think they're going to beat top and bottom.
AMD, NVIDIA, all the other companies, all the investors are looking at TSM, what they have to say.
Right.
Because if they say guidance is low, well, then
that's going to affect everybody.
All those big names. Yeah, it affects everybody.
Someone asks, San Fran asks, what happened to ARM? We don't talk about it much. That would be a Ryan question.
ARM, it was good while it lasted. It got way too overvalued. The technicals have not been in our favor. I pretty much gave you warning close to the top. ARM, I still like the company. As far as technicals, as far as an opportunity to get back into ARM, I will definitely let you know. But as far as right now, it's still in the descending channel, just like AMD in that descending. Actually, I haven't looked at ARM in a little bit. It broke to the upside, and we've got a higher low. Actually, I might need to talk about ARM, because ARM's got a full-body candlestick today, but again, overvalued, values on the decline. So I would treat it more like a momentum play that just broke out of this descending channel. I do have a level, though, at 152. Right now it's trading at 147. We're only $5 away. So if you're not in it, I'd probably wait till some confirmation above that 152 level. Other than that, actually, the stock looks like it's turning around. Might be an opportunity.
RGTI, I'm not in it. IONQ, I think that I bought some of that today, along with what ABB put up. I also bought Hood. Those are in my real world portfolios. All right. I just right now, RGTI, I got to sit down and look at before I go buy it. But IONQ, I think is going to be a major play in quantum. I think I did buy that today, and I bought Hood. And going on with Ryan, I was a little bit more aggressive on those plays. And I think I bought into Palantir today, too, in my real world portfolio. I think. I picked up 3 or 4 stocks today in my real world portfolio. Later on today, I'll show you what I got. Anyone make good off D-Wave today? Qubits is in my list. All of the stocks that were in that quantum story were in my list today. We're going to take a look at it. Talking about NVIDIA, this is my story. NVIDIA-Samsung partnership strengthens AI market. As much as I'm not on the dark side when it comes down to phones, Samsung is a great company. So overall, and NVIDIA, Samsung together, NVIDIA I think is going to still be a major player in the AI market. I don't think anybody's going to take it off of its pedestal. Mm-hmm. But I like.
If I had to guess, this NVIDIA partnership with Samsung, it was probably invoked for national security interest of Western nations, because Samsung, obviously the biggest producer in Japan,
right?
And let's just be honest, the world's polarizing right now, so you need to adjust your portfolio accordingly. Samsung, this is a phenomenal move to NVIDIA. Honestly, it only protects them from geopolitical concerns going forward, right? Bringing some of those manufacturing and resources back to more, allied countries, I should say.
And Samsung got hit last year. They got hit bigly, But, you know, as you see the highlight here, realigns its memory chip production to capitalize on the ongoing AI boom. And who else would you rather to do that with besides NVIDIA? All right, so I've got that in here. Somebody said lots of commercials today. Joey, is that a bad thing or a good thing I don't know.
Deborah, there should have been a notification today.
Deborah is a little different in regards to getting the notifications. I'm not sure what is going on or not going on because I'm not sure how many people didn't. I think more people got the alert rather than not got the alert. Joey, I see Joey's doing something in the background in regards to that and to the commercial stuff. So I don't know if it's good, bad, or indifferent, but I see him doing some stuff on the other side. I need him to stop for a second so I can grab the mouse. Am I good?
Yeah, it's on as low as it can go.
Joey said it's on as low as it can go in regards to the commercials.
It's on conservative. Yeah.
All right.
Maybe just refresh.
All right. Hit refresh. Hopefully that will affect it. Ryan and I both have Bitcoin stories, but this is go ahead, Ryan. I'm gonna just let you go and just watch you just fall apart. That's what I'm going to do.
What do you mean watch me fall?
Go ahead, just go watch it. Go ahead. Go tout how big the crypto is before everybody goes broke. But go ahead.
Oh, God, it went down to 90,000. You screamed it was crapto again.
No, I haven't called it crapto yet. I still haven't called it crapto yet. As a matter of fact, I'm
waiting. Maybe after I talk for a few minutes about it, you will.
So go ahead and talk about how
I talked about this at the Power Hour.
Okay.
The one story I have here, obviously, there's leaks. This is Forbes. Forbes seems pretty credible in my opinion as far as a news source. There's going to be big things with Bitcoin. Obviously Trump is seen as a Bitcoin advocate. There's the strategic reserve. That's going to create a lot of optimism for Bitcoin. The second thing you need to pay attention to crypto this year is if Mag 7 stocks or Broadcom, I'll consider that Mag 7, it's trillion market cap, put Bitcoin or whatever crypto they choose on their balance sheet. That'll be the biggest conviction of crypto I have seen yet. And at least the history I've seen messed with crypto. And again, I bought Dogecoin back in 2020, doubled my money and sold it like an idiot. So I will never look at crypto as crapto because at the end of the day, any asset you buy is just determining whether or not there's a buyer behind you to pay more for it. But right now, just given with the circumstances and the enthusiasm in the crypto community, I'm going to load up in my portfolio on some, and that's up to you whether you want to or not.
All I look at is the dollar is the reserve currency globally. The dollar.
And it still is.
The greenback, baby.
The greenback, baby.
That's what I'm saying. All right. Canoe. You know something, Joy? I am of the mindset the top 3 EV companies are going to be Boyd, Tesla, and Rivian. Canoe, on the other hand, gosh, the news came out. It was moving. It was not moving. I may need to do another EV video soon between the two of us. May need to do another EV video soon. Rivian is making some strides. They're getting money from the government. They are reporting the ability to make the cars, to deliver the cars, to sell the cars. Rivian would be 3rd in my list right now as far as EVs, but I think I need to write that down. EV video, unless Ryan does it before me. Oh, no, I didn't have that.
EV?
No, I have on here. One of my things is an EV video. I'm going to have to show you this list, Ryan, because this could help us both.
Okay. I think if I go the EV route, Glenn, remember we were talking about that sodium battery or ion battery?
I'm not ready for that. I've done that a while ago. We did a video. I did a video a while, and I don't know. I like it as an alternative, but I don't know if it's ready.
I don't think the technology is there. It's definitely safer than a lithium-based battery, but it is bulkier and heavier. That's
until they can make it less expensive and smaller. That's the problem when it comes down. I think it could be a much better play.
But if they make the ion battery, comparatively close to the same size as a lithium. I don't know if that's
Then
possible.
it could give it a run for its money.
Oh, it'll definitely
Yeah.
give it a run for it. There's no doubt about that. That'll put huge pressure on lithium companies.
Right.
So again, as these technologies are evolving, don't sleep on the little companies. Big changes can happen, and if they do, they typically happen pretty fast.
I'm just looking at this story. 100 trillion predicted. I don't know if that's realistic. In that,
I don't know about that $100 trillion thing.
well, that's
Like I
in
said, I
your
did a
story.
video on it. My prediction was 500,000 probably within the next 5 years. I think 5 to 10 I put in the video. And I did it based on market cap. That puts it at a 10 trillion market cap roughly. Gold is sitting around 18 trillion. So if it surpasses gold, and I think that would take a while, you'll get a $1 million market cap essentially, or a $1 million Bitcoin, $20 trillion market cap essentially.
I'm
And
thinking
that's
that
the only way it's going to reach $1 million of Bitcoin if it overtakes gold. And again, that's why I'm waiting on the Mag 7 stocks, because if the Mag 7 stocks start putting it as an asset on their balance sheets, again, it doesn't matter what I think. I'm just a little peon in the world. But if they start putting it on their balance sheets, I'm going to ride that wave as long as I can, Glenn.
The thing is, I'm afraid of something's in the background that's going to beat it up like another FTX. With all of this going around with the price of it, somebody's manipulating it. Someone is doing some bad stuff, and they're going to get caught, and it's going to take a big hit again. That's what I think. That's what I think.
Possibly.
So
I have a feeling that would only occur in the crypto winter, when now that you see a bunch of derivatives and ETFs, based off of Bitcoin. Well, we haven't seen MicroStrategy and how it's going to act in a crypto winter yet.
MicroStrategy is going to go out of business. Is what's going to
MicroStrategy is
happen.
crap, in my opinion. I would never buy it.
I'm not.
I mean, it's a
either.
derivative business off of Bitcoin. Why would I trust Michael Saylor? I'd rather, the whole point of Bitcoin is you don't trust people. You buy the Bitcoin. So again, yeah, I could potentially see Michael, if we have the crypto winter, MicroStrategy fail, that's going to be the last great buying opportunity of Bitcoin. And that's my prediction, the next crypto winter.
Mark says the next big thing will be graphene batteries made from garbage.
Graphene battery.
I don't know. Write it down.
I think, again, I'm no battery expert. That's why I got to put some more research in it. But I think ion, because it's safer, and that's a big concern right now with EVs, is the safety. But if they can improve that technology, within the next 10 years, that could be a game changer for the space.
Bill says people are always doing bad stuff in many market segments. Yeah, but when you got a market segment that's got this many eyes on it right now, when it gets bad, it's bad. It is remembered as bigly bad. All right.
I mean, Bitcoin's what, $2 trillion market cap right now? That's like compiling a lot of companies in an industry, and it won't even come close to Bitcoin, the market cap. I mean, it's pretty well accepted around the world right now.
It ain't well accepted. It's getting
If I had a
eyes.
BTC, I'm pretty sure I could use it just fine, Glenn.
It's getting more eyes.
You might need to ask Joey for help, but I'll be able to spend my Bitcoin just fine.
You go right on ahead. I just look at it from a realistic standpoint. You're looking at it through rainbow-colored glasses. That's what it is.
Okay.
ABAT is the lithium battery with sodium 20 years. I'm gonna write that down. ABAT.
ABAT, okay. So yeah, that's why I also like this community, because there's a lot of people that have looked at a lot of different stocks.
I agree.
ABAT.
All right, so I do have a crypto story. Bitcoin climbs after surprise slowdown of core inflation, but a lot of the Bitcoin stocks hit. This is your little freaking MicroStrategy.
Don't say your MicroStrategy.
It is your MicroStrategy.
I don't like Michael Saylor. I don't like MicroStrategy.
It doesn't matter. You own it.
I think
it's your fault. You own
bad
it.
public speaker for Bitcoin.
It is all yours. You own it.
Oh my.
But I am looking at Coinbase. If I'm going to look at this
I
space,
say coin and hood. I've been talking about coin. I haven't really pushed it
that
that much.
Actually, I'm talking about my story right now. So
okay.
I'm looking at all of these stocks.
Why are you
Oh,
recommending
dang.
Coinbase
Jeez,
if you think if crypto's crap? Why are you recommending it, Glenn?
Only because I'm looking at it from if you let me finish, I'm looking at it from an opportunity to make some money. I may not.
Exactly. Same
I may
here.
not like it. But you like it, and you're all. Oh, I'm
I do
gonna.
like it.
And I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying is I'm not a big fan of crypto, number one. Number two, I am going to look at the opportunities to make money, but I ain't owning it. I'm not owning it as, hey, folks, I ain't looking at none of that. None of that. That's all I got to say about that. So, will I look at opportunities to make money? Absolutely. I am not a huge fan. I have moved from calling it crypto, though. It's still crypto.
What's your new name for it? Crypto?
Crypto. It's still just crypto. It's my new name.
It's just crypto. I like it, Glenn. It means you're neutral. So if Glenn, if you went from crypto to crypto, that means it's probably a good buying opportunity.
Oh boy, it's not a good buying. Listen, out of all of this, I'm looking at coin.
And you know what? Ross put it best. Bitcoin on NPI, then you can both be right. We'll see what NPI says about.
We'll look at it. All right. The next 3 stories of mine, I'm going to go through them real quick. I'm a big fan of Netflix. They're the biggest streaming company out there. Incredible content lineup. They're going to have. The only thing that's going to hurt them is if they start losing subscribers. Netflix shares have surged 14% since October, driven by a strong Q4 content slate and AI-driven optimization. We can't get away, no matter what you look at, you can't get away from AI. You just can't. Now, I did a robotic story this week, and the Da Vinci system, looking at robotics, but in the medical space. I'm looking at Medtronics, I'm looking at ISRG, and I'm looking at Stryker. Not as much am I looking at Johnson & Johnson. But I do like Medtronic. I do like Stryker, and of course, I do like ISRG, but this Da Vinci system for robotics, I can do a surgery from New York in Germany through these robots. So I am liking that. I like that Lazaro said the next time we go to Tampa, he's going to buy drinks like Ripman did. Woo, I got me some toe up on my new favorite drink, the old fashioned.
Oh, that's a good one.
Crypto miners are more predictable. The problem is with the miners, though. The miners, in my mind, are not nearly as stable as whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Ethereum, whether it's Solana. Not as stable. They move and then they dip. They move and then they dip. They move and then they
Very
dip.
volatile.
So Ripman says that, Ryan, we missed you. Glenn Spencer says, you are an old-fashioned, Glenn. No, that drink Ripman did. And again, he changed something in there. He changed the type of, I don't know what he put in there. Whatever it was good or better. And the last story, guess what, Ryan? I am going to bring up something that you talked about a while ago.
Antimony.
Antimony. They're going to
be good time for antimony, probably.
I'm going to look. They're going to be presenting at a conference called the Mining and Supplying Critical Minerals and Precious Metals, presented by Maxim Group. They're going to.
You know what we should do, Glenn?
What's that?
Because I don't know how much you've put into the story, but we should research that conference to see what all stocks are going there. What all companies are going there.
It's going to be It's going to be tomorrow. So maybe
because just like semiconductors, these critical minerals, they're used. Critical, there's a couple different names of them. They're used for semiconductors, AI, quantum mechanics, all this technology. What does it come down to? Defense. NVIDIA is a defense play, in my opinion, right now, especially with geopolitical tensions. This right here, clearly, I've done videos on this in the past. This is a national security concern. The government, DoD, had to double or triple their capacity really quickly. The valuation's ticking up on UAMY as well. So let's take a look at that chart. I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
Might be another opportunity.
So let's go look at the software. Let's go to the viewers tab. Here's the indices. Everything's moving. Everything. Look at that. 2% on the Qs, 2% on the IWMs. Look at the VIX falling. People are getting less fearful. They're getting more greedy. But again, the market never fell to the levels enough for us to start to look for a bottom. Close, but close is not what I'm looking for. On a day like today, some big movers with volume. I've got a watch list of 5 stocks: Tesla, Fubo. I can't believe that Fubo is still going after the Disney story. Open Door, Rigetti.
That's huge for them.
I agree. I do agree with that. Rigetti is up 23% today, and there's D-Wave. So 2 of the stocks that are in the list is big movers today, and these are big with big volume. Let me scroll over. with big volume, especially on Rigetti and Qubits. Look at that. That's a lot of volume. And I'm with Ryan that they are more so trades. Let's go look at all of them on the graph real quick. And we will let's go look at the MPI. I'm going to spend the time on the MPI today. Graph layouts, MPI. We got trend, no trigger on TSLL. But longer term people holding it, trend is there. You're taking a big hit, but it's keeping you patient. Looking at Fubo, this is the story with Disney. This was all news driven. Yeah. We got trend. It was all news driven, and we can see it in price action. We can look at Open Door. Nice move. Looks like it almost broke to a downtrend, but I got nothing on the MPI saying it's okay. Tells me on $1.55. Nice move today, but I got nothing else to back it up. Now let's take a look at the two cryptos. Quantums. Look at the move on Rigetti. I made some money on that, but look at that. Nice still, if you are being patient. Ryan, think about that. If you were being patient, the MPI said, leave it, even though you took a big hit. Look at that big shooting star, bearish engulfing gap. I would love, if you're gonna get back into Rigetti, I'd love to see it fade the gap. Fade the gap. Mm-hmm. Fade the gap. And the last stock in here is D-Wave. Same kind of scenario. It did fade one gap. I got another gap right here, and then I got a level of resistance right here. But I got no entry by way of the MPI. But if you're holding it, that hurts. That does hurt. But the MPI is keeping you patient. All right. Customer picks last week. We're not ready for that yet. Let's go to Glenn's picks last week. We'll start off there. Glenn's picks last week. What did I have? I had NVIDIA, Google, iBit. I did have Bitcoin in here. I had Bitcoin twice. I'm feeling this stock right here. I'm telling you. Striker as far as the robotics. Red Cat was in here, Medtronics, and another one as far as robotics, and PDYN. I had 3 robotic stocks in here. Let's go back 1 week. Let's go see what they did. Quick test them all. Wow, 3.84%, almost 4% in a week, folks. There it is. That is a PDYN. Nice pick, nice up. Coin, iBit, both of the cryptos went up. Medtronics, another robotic stock. Google, another robotic stock. NVIDIA and RCAT were the only 2 that went down. The market was up 1%. This portfolio, this watch list was up about 4%. Let's go look at my picks for this week. All right, all of the news stories. What's with the commercial interruptions? 3 so far. I know Joey said, I don't know. Does that have anything right now, Joey, with us getting as many views and stuff as we have? Does that have anything to do with it? I don't know. Well, Joey might have walked away. Anyway, the cool thing about my list today, using my RSI times CI times growth, only 2 stocks are negative, and they are my quantum picks. But everything else, to include crypto, look at that. Let's graph all of these now. The crypto side, and Ross said, let's go see what the RSI, MPI says about it. NVIDIA, little volatility, but look at all that trend the whole way. No entry on the NVIDIA, but the trend says stay in it. All right, nice up day today, trading right at session highs, no wick. Here's Palantir. I did jump the gun on it. I did. Look at that trend, though. I got no entry, but I did get back into Palantir. But no real, I aggressively, how about that? I aggressively got, at some point in time, you got to say enough is enough with Palantir when they're going down. Coin, there it is. As Ross says, there's the trend. Man, look at that. That hurts. That's the bad or the downside of playing the MPI, is it will give you trend and say, hey, I'm getting hurt, but hey, be patient. A lot of times it pays off. But sometimes it doesn't. All right, Shelly says, I haven't seen any commercials. So Jake says it's my fault. Well, it's my fault. Anything new on the antimony stocks? San Fran, I just showed the story. All right, let's go. Can I have the mouse? Yes? Yeah, sorry. Let me put that back up there. All right. What else? Let's go look at these quick. ISRG, I love that play. I love that play. And look at that. I got entry. I'm probably going to buy me some of that today. It's a lot of money. Psych, I like. Striker, not Psych, but Striker, nice level of support. I'm going to probably be aggressive on this too. I would really like to see it go above 371.04. Before I go pull the trigger on that, there's the antimony. Love the level of support. I like the move today. We definitely got trend. No trigger, but we definitely have trend coming off this support. Never really got there, but nice move. Next, Citibank. That was a good play. That they beat earnings. MD, I like the Medtronic play. Nice early entry. I'm thinking about picking that up today. And INOQ. I got trend. No trigger, but I got trend. Nice update today. Look at that. Broke through a level of resistance. Nicely up. I'd look for more confirmation, but I like the play. And Qubits, not quite yet. And Rigetti, open candle, just be careful. All right, that's all the stocks that I got. Let's go to Ryan's picks last week. What did you have? Broadcom. You had crypto in there too.
Bitcoin, Marvel, AMD.
You had antimony.
That's right, because Marvel and Broadcom are AMD's competitors. Antimony. Let's see how I did. I mean, I think I did pretty well. Exactly what I told you today. It's pretty much just crypto and political plays.
Wow.
3%.
3.6%. I got you by a little bit. Just by a little bit. Antimony, good play over the week. Bitcoin, the ET. Look at that. His little crypto did okay. AVGO, AMD, and Marvel. You know, those are manageable. Those are manageable down. Still outperform the market. And let's go look at your picks for this week. Let's go look at your picks. Doo-dah, doo-dah. You only had 3. You had TSM, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and D-Wave. All of them up. You want to look at graphs? Yes or no?
Nope.
Okay. Our portfolios, ain't nothing going on in our portfolies, but
let's add to our portfolio.
All right, Christopher.
You want to do that now or at the end?
Let's go. They didn't give us picks last week. We didn't look at their picks.
We ran out of time.
Is that what it was?
Something about probably with Tampa, the schedule. I have a feeling.
All right, let's go do their picks, and then Joey, how many likes do we have? I can't see.
Again, we'll give you 30 seconds. You better hit that like button because Glenn told you we're going off the likes this time.
Yep.
No,
Glenn told you.
No, we're not.
60, we got 6 stocks. But
6 stocks.
He says that we're giving you 30 seconds to hit the like button.
You got about 15 more seconds.
Hey, write down the stocks that are coming up though. Just write them down so we can go get them.
All right, I got the comment section here.
Okay.
Ooh, OPFI. People have been talking about that all
we got
morning.
9 stocks, so we'll give them 10.
All right. We got OPF, or let me know when you're ready, sir.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 stocks it is. All right, go ahead. I'll get ready to call you, Clay.
All right, OPFI.
OPFI, okay.
GDDY.
GDDY. Go, Daddy.
TPC.
TPC.
SEZL.
Sezzle. For Sezzle. Okay.
GTLS.
Okay.
MSFT.
Yeah, good pick.
Microsoft. FFAI. Or sorry, FTAI. My eyes aren't quite like they used to be. AROC.
8.
LAES.
9.
And Mark, if I got you in there yesterday, I know you're happy, bud. DVN.
10. Okay. Right on the button. 10 stocks. Okay. Let's go look at the indicator. RS times CI times growth. 2 stocks in the negative.
You know what? 2 honorable mentions. Let's do TSM
Okay.
and antimony.
TSM.
I like this. We'll stick to the likes, Glenn. I think we should have honorable mentions that me and you control.
AUMY. What is it? What the flying flip?
Or UAMY, antimony.
UAMY. All right.
Yeah, I think I did say AMY. I apologize.
Here we go. Only 2 stocks that are negative with that indicator, DVN and LES. LAES. Everything else, look at that. Look at that. Not all of them are in uptrends. Let's sort this by VST.
Ooh, aviation down 30%.
What's that, FTAI?
Mm.
Holy smokes, yes.
Other than that, big winners today. Definitely. We'll take a look at that one as well.
Which stocks
especially if you own it.
Which stocks go up more than they go down? CI, FTAI at the top of the list, but man,
hey, now that's a good sign though.
Something tells me it's news. Something about the news. I don't know. You said you would do mine at 2:00 for me. Text you back about it. I did, but you're not reading. Deborah, what stock? Deborah, I'm getting to a point. Some of the stocks that you ask me for, I can't find. But I've told you that on more than one occasion. Some of them I cannot find. They are not stocks in our database. I may have said that I was going to do it at 2, but I said stop giving them to me at 2. Which stock, Deborah? Which
CBOE.
CBOE. All right, I'll put it up there. CBOE. I told you guys, don't put them in at 2. Please don't put them in at 2. I'm not going to be looking at them at 2. I want you to put them in when I ask for them, please. It makes life a little easier for us as we do this. So there it is. I got it up there. What is that? The Chicago Board of Options? No, same different. All right. There it is, Deborah. I do have it up there. CBOE. Again, all of these, with the exception of 2 stocks, have those RS times CI times growth that are good and double digits. All right. Let's graph them all. Let's go take a look. Ryan, which graph do you want to put them on?
Let's do MPI.
You want to do MPI?
We've been talking about. Let's do MPI.
All right,
it's either. I would say either that or Star Search just for momentum, but I like. Let's do MPI.
All right, I want to see what the news is on this.
That's ugly.
Yeah, I want to see what the news looks like. Something happened.
I mean, I don't know who owns it, or who recommended this stock, but if you didn't sell it yesterday. The only reason why I would say, maybe not rush to sell it right this second after the 30% drop is because of the CI. Wasn't it at the top of the list too?
Yep.
Otherwise maybe put a cutoff at like today's low or just whatever your max pain level. You could have already sold it.
Oh, there it is.
Otherwise, it could be a good buying opportunity. A little buy the dip.
Muddy Waters claims that the FTAI Aviation has been recording one-time engine sales as maintenance, repair, and overhaul revenue this has led to a growth story which Muddy Waters believe is lower quality than investors give the company credit for. The research firm estimates that the majority of FTI
financial
in the aerospace segment comes from gains on sales, which is less recurring in nature. Ooh.
So they have sketchy financial practices.
And the stock market overreacts to the news.
Short seller making comments. Sounds like an SMCI.
Yeah, it sounds like
pretty similar.
Who's those people? Who's the people that?
The Hindenburg.
Hindenburg sounds like
Hindenburg.
It sounds like a Hindenburg
got a hold of FTA and decided to drag it down today.
And there it is. Michael says FTAI short seller making comments. So I like the stock overall. Put it on a 1-year graph. I like the stock over. Look at that.
Oh, Joey, can you put the software in front? I can't see it. Sorry.
So it sounds like a hater. Hater's gonna hate. That's what it sounds like, Michael. Sounds like somebody's hating.
I see that bottom wick.
It's coming back.
What's the value on that? I just want to know, even with this 30% drop, am I getting a good deal? If I'm getting a good deal, hey, it might be worth it.
122. Oh, it's still undervalued.
What's the price at right now?
Oh, no, it dropped below that. It was at 122. It's undervalued now. It was
106, value at 122. Hey,
I look at this as buy the dip once it finishes going down. I do like the stock, even though it's been overvalued, finally now undervalued. What's the earnings?
If I was going to open a position in this, I would not open a full position today.
Right.
Maybe like a little quarter entry or half position. Just because only because of the valuation and because of the bottom wick. My cutoff is going to be right below that today's low. The bottom wick here, 91 right now at 105. It gives you about 15% roughly. It's a decent stop, undervalued. Hey, I like that as a trade setup. If you're disciplined and you're potentially ready for a wild ride, this could be for you. Otherwise, stay away from it.
I
Let
agree.
the dust settle.
Don't look at the earnings if that's the issue, Glenn. You got a point there, Mark.
Don't
But,
look
but
at
even with that, Mark,
that,
look at the rise of the earnings.
that also says is our valuation correct? Because of the whatever is going on with their financial statements. But again, I probably let the news come out to you. It's going to be like SMCI. It's going to be volatile.
Somebody says, "What if you own it?" You probably would have gotten out someone here before that happened. You probably had stops in place. You would have probably gotten out here before all of this.
If you're still holding on to it,
oh boy.
Again, my strategy would be take out today's low or just have your own threshold of pain.
I agree.
Selling it right now at 104 just because you're watching this live stream, I don't see the point in that.
And
the stock's
Robert,
undervalued.
I'm going to tell everybody, and I think Ryan agrees. I don't care what stock you hear about from us or from anywhere else. You got to have stops in place. I don't care whether it's NVIDIA, whether it's Apple, whether it's no matter what stock we ever talk about, you've got to have stops in place. Most likely, you would have gotten out somewhere back here. All right, so I put that out there, Robert.
And Lou, I see your $91 support. Yeah, so again, me personally, I'd wait for the dust to settle here just because of that news story.
Right.
But because the stock is undervalued, earnings are rising, and I know the little complication with the accounting practices, I'd put this on your radar. I would have, who knows what's going to happen. All it takes is, the Hindenburg or whatever report wasn't right, and, that stock's going to shoot right back up. Just whatever you do, make sure you stay disciplined. It could be a good opportunity, but if you're emotional, it probably won't work out for you.
Watch the wick on the bottom. You'll see if the buyers are really starting to come back in. All right, next stock, TPC. No.
Value decline, price decline, broke every level.
Yeah.
Or every line you drew on that chart.
I got no trend. I got no trigger. I got no.
Protect profits, mitigate your risk right now. Otherwise, I see two bottoms recently over the last few weeks. Maybe draw a line there, and that's where I'm going to cut off my pain.
This is one of those, don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. All right, next stock, GoDaddy. Listen, it's still moving. That trend,
and is it undervalued?
Right now, it's right there. It's fairly valued. Value at $198. I do too. I like the play,
especially with the rise of smaller websites. Was it
Wix
drop shipping? Everyone's got a little side hustle these days. Everyone's got their own little website. Great spot to be in. You can see the growth here. Value on the rise. Yeah, the stock pulled back a little bit. I see value pulling back a little bit. This is a dip I would take. If you want to be a little bit less risky than obviously quantum, but going into the new administration, this may not be a bad play here.
And for me, when my side hustle for DJ, my website is by Wix.
It is Wix? Okay.
It's Wix. It was cheaper. All right, next one, TSM. Something, Ryan is right. Nothing works. All of this goes away without them.
I mean, it's literally the reason why China
everything goes away without Taiwan Semi.
Everything goes away.
Yeah.
Taiwan Semi is the company to own.
Yeah. And
my cousin, who I've told me about AMD Taiwan Semi. He's sitting on so many shares of these, and every dip he buys more. He's smart. And honestly, I don't buy it just because I got a different investment strategy. But if you want a good, pretty much other than NVIDIA, the top dog AI stock, this is it. I'll put this right up here with Google and some of the Mag 7 stocks as far as its importance. And it's actually probably more important.
I think
than
it's
some
more
of these
important.
companies.
I agree.
Yeah, I do too. It just doesn't get the recognition. And let's be honest, the only reason why this stock's not trading at premiums is because of geopolitical concerns with China. Right. That's the only reason why Buffett backed out. He bought into it, thought it was a great company, great value. But that was a year or two ago. It was 2 summers ago, last summer, one of those. Great company. But obviously you have to stay on top of what's going on with China and, Taiwan and obviously the AI chip restrictions.
All right. Next one. Sezzle.
I think it's sizzled
earnings,
out. I think it's fizzled.
I am not a fan of this. I'm looking at today's candle. Ripman, I do the earnings plays on Mondays where I look at all of the earnings stocks for the week. Did I do it? Did I do it this week? I did, and it was primarily the banks. I do the earnings plays, and Ryan will every so often, especially on big earnings, will do a short on earnings plays.
Mhm.
All right, but I do all of them. I look at all of them on Mondays at 12 o'clock for the week. Says I'm saying no. I'm not. It is undervalued. I love the rising earnings, but the stock is just not doing what I want it to do.
I'm gonna say Sizzle just fizzled.
Mm.
I don't like it.
Mm.
I don't like
Mm.
much.
AROC.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's a good looking play. I got
That's
Trigger.
beautiful.
I got Trend. I got Move. I got Earnings.
Okay, that stock was undervalued up until what, 3 days ago?
And then shot up so much it became overvalued again.
We just got Trigger. We got their Trend, rising earnings per share. This is a company I can get behind. It's a petroleum. It's machine equipment. Guess what tonight's video is about? This space in particular.
Okay.
Check it out for sure.
You do good videos. You do better shorts. You kill it on the shorts.
You do really good videos, sir.
No,
I'm just trying to be like you.
Well, I don't do shorts, so I can't be like you.
Look at that.
Oh, I was supposed to do a short today, wasn't I?
So, yeah, but I don't even count that. I don't
Okay.
even. But OPFI, this was mentioned in Power Hour earlier today. My favorite pattern to look for in the software: rising value, rising price, undervalued. You see it here. Look at the price action over the last few days and look at the value. Both are jumping up. Even the value, not just price, but the value's jumping up.
I'm getting ready to go buy that. I'm getting ready to go buy that in the real world because of you. Just because of you. I'm gonna go buy it.
Maybe I should be a used car salesman, Glenn.
You look like one with the cowboy hat. You do.
Is it my hat? It's because of my hat, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. Hi, I'm Ryan. Come on down to buy a car. That's what you look like. Have a good day, Mark.
Hey, Mark. Have a good day, man.
That's what you say. Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm at VV Nation
But honestly,
7.
I mean, full body candlestick today, right? Hey, zoom in because it's a little small. Like I said, I'm looking on Teams. But
there's
that's
a
full body,
1-1.
right? Yeah, full little wick, brand new high. Yeah, just got the trigger. I'm here for it. Actually, I'm gonna write this one down.
I'm getting ready to go buy that in the real world. I'm
about to go see if it has options.
There you go. All right, let's go put this back on here.
I don't trade stocks too often. I'd rather buy options.
Ooh, this is a buy the dip. Look at it go.
That actually met my zone requirement that I had on my chart. That bottom wick from the low, full body today. Trump administration coming in again. That's the whole reason why this stock is even relevant right now, right? National security over the minerals, right? This was in response to our AI restrictions. China put out restrictions on these critical minerals. So again, politics and crypto is what I'm playing right now. I see this, especially with that full body candlestick. I mean, if you drew a downward trend line, you can see we're probably right on it if you want to wait for confirmation. But with Trump coming in next week, actually, I'm going to see if this is optionable. You know, Boston made like 300% last time I recommended this in the call center. I don't know if you know that, Glenn, but I'm actually probably going to go look at some options here soon because I bought the stock like a dummy, not thinking it traded options because it's so low price. I don't know why I didn't think to look at options.
I wouldn't have thought about it either at $1.70 or $1, and I wouldn't have thought it had options.
But Boston did, and she made out good. So this time I'm taking Boston's advice. I'm playing the options, and I'll probably just buy a couple calls and then maybe buy one put just for protection. But it won't be even. I think I'll probably 3 calls to every put.
So 3 to 1.
And I'll probably drop the puts depending on what happens with Trump and and the market in general. Obviously, the stock in the next few days. But I would like to have some insurance on it if I can. But again, I'm going to take a look at that after this live stream.
I put it in the chat.
I'll write that one down too. It looks like we're going to be buying stocks in our live stream portfolio, a real portfolio.
There you go. Axon for you, Samuel. All right, we're going to go look at these quick. CBOE. No. I see this could be a hammer. That's it.
I would say if you put it on the 1-year charts, I looked at this.
It's on the 1 year.
Oh, it is on 1 year?
Yeah.
I mean, it's undervalued. If I were to buy it, I'd put a stop not much less than the bottom wick from today's hammer.
Yeah, that's where I'm looking at.
Because if it gave that up, I mean, that downtrend, who knows when it's gonna stock
But
because
that
I see the
could be a
consolidation
possible
on that
hammer.
line.
Could be a reversal. We'll see. Right
But
now,
yeah, if you
no.
own this, I'd be getting real close to being defensive. If you don't own it, yeah,
I'd wait.
it's looking like a buy the dip scenario or close to it. But look at the trigger. Trigger hasn't quite been there yet. So again, wait for some follow through. Just because we see a hammer today, it's still a down. That's a red hammer, right? Yeah.
But if I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. I'd hammer in the evening all over this land. I would. That's what I'm saying. All right, next one. GTLS, new 3-month high, new 1-year high. Got trigger, we got trend. Trend looks good and undervalued. There's another one for you, Ryan. Undervalued, rising value.
I'm way ahead of you, Glenn. That's in tonight's video, so I'm not going to talk about it.
All right, fine. I'm not going to talk about it.
Well, I just don't want to ruin tonight's video.
Well, you already did.
No,
That's 2 stocks you just talked about. You already did.
Well, I can't help we're on the same. I'm on the same page as the subscribers and the stocks are.
Oh my gosh.
But hey, if you want some really good analysis, if you're holding these type of stocks, if you're thinking about getting into these type of stocks, tonight's video, I break it down.
He does, and these are 2 stocks that are. He talked about that. Why don't we talk about MFA? I don't know.
Because someone didn't recommend it in the top 10.
MFA.
What's MFA?
Why? So now I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
Why?
Declining value, declining price. The exact opposite pattern I love to see. Don't like it. Trigger not there. The only thing it's got going for it is some rising forecasted earnings. Nothing else.
So, Michael, you know something that we don't know? Doodah.
If you bought that dip over the last few days,
that's a 1-year graph.
Good luck. But if you're gonna run it up, I see consolidation in the middle of that chart, and that's probably gonna be somewhere where my target would be if I bought this dip. If I was gonna trade this position, as far as an investment,
it's at a 1-year low. 2 days off of a 1-year low. I do like the earnings per share. I do like it's undervalued, but guess what? It's falling value. I'm not sure I see what you see, and I don't know. All right, we did look at it. All right, He's is trading at 43, which is double beam. I'm just saying. I'm looking at the stock. Unless I got some news on it, which I've never looked at that stock before, so I don't know much about it. Just looking at the graph, though, the graph doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy. Microsoft's in a channel.
No, yeah, not too optimistic. And again, Microsoft, it's overvalued right now. If I'm going to play a Mag 7 stock, and I don't want to be safe in, the quantum tech realm, whatever it may be, it's Google.
Look at the earnings.
It's NVIDIA. It's TSM. I know it's got rising earnings, but you're paying a premium for rising earnings. I could find rising earnings in Google. I could find rising earnings in NVIDIA, I'm sure. But guess what? Those companies are undervalued. So why am I going to mess with Microsoft? And my aunt is the director of board. She's high up in the company. She probably, I don't like this, but yeah, I don't like Microsoft. I know she's probably owned a lot of shares of Microsoft. And guess what those shares did these last 12 months? A whole lot of nothing.
Well, right now I got Microsoft in the robotic stuff because OpenAI is being integrated into robots. So I'm going to look at the last 2 real quick because I want to answer Fitz's question on the fly. LAES, Ryan is right. This is strictly a trade play. Earnings is falling. This is strictly a trade for you day traders primarily. And the last stock on the list,
Devon Energy.
Ooh.
So other than the machine equipment, U.S. exploration production, that's the other hot one. I didn't do that in tonight's video by all means. But Devon Energy, I see that break in the downward trend line.
Oh, that looks good. And
look at that trigger. That trigger was perfectly timed.
All right.
But I will say this. For a petroleum company, since I've been looking at them all morning for this tonight's 6 p.m. video, most of them are undervalued. Devon I see as a trade, not an investment. Okay. Because if I want value, there's way too many petroleum companies that are undervalued, showing me upside momentum. It may not be as crazy as this one over the last few days, but again, I'm thinking this is more of a trade. As far as an investment, there's others and betters to choose from. Less volatility.
I'm gonna do something for Fitz on the fly. Fitz is looking for Do you have a unit search for rising value? Okay. Let's go stocks, capital appreciation, value, trending, higher. Give me a time frame, Ryan.
Do like 4 weeks for both.
4 weeks. All right, 4 weeks. Rising price, stock, price.
And this is exactly how you would create it.
Actual trending higher 4 weeks. And you want undervalued stock.
Price
Volume, split adjusted, less than custom stocks. Undervalued.
Now, if you create this search,
We did it on the fly. The fly.
just like that. I will say, if you create this search, industries or sectors you may want to use a strategy on to find some real gems: technology, computer, semiconductors, all these hype areas in the market. Run this search. Right? I'm not saying we have to do it, Glenn, but if you filter it by those type of industries, those type of sectors, you will find some great under the radar gems that haven't gotten that hype yet.
Look at that, Fitz. Names you know? Superville, Banco Macro, GGAL, BBAR. How many of y'all thought that was freaking worth showing up today? Type of one in the room. Did that on the fly.
What I'm noticing is a lot of these stocks are top VST candidates too. A lot of the same strategies pulling in a lot of the top VST stocks. Look, this is interesting. You got US dollar, pro shares, short term 20. Interesting.
I agree. DXY. Look at that.
What's Mule Tech?
I don't know what all of this stuff is. We just ran it.
Oh yeah, what is it called? WNW. Right click on that. I just want to see the chart. We might have a gem here.
Might. No.
Nope.
No. That was interesting. You got to look at the graph. Look at the graphs first. Superville.
We'll get to that one. Nope. It's undervalued now.
I want to see what catches my attention.
Whoa, go back. That already caught my attention. Go back one. That one. Value. No. Well, that one looks pretty too. But look at that. Oh my God. This search alone is worth gold. Look at this. Undervalued. The value is just shooting up like a rocket. It's outpacing price action right now. What is it? BBAR? I'm writing that one down too.
I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call this search Fitz. All right. Oof. Ethereum. Wow.
No, it's not Ethereum.
It's not Ethereum. What the hell is that? Oh, eHealth.
No, it's eHealth.
All right.
It looks similar to the ETF. Look at
this one.
GL. I'm telling you, that's my favorite pattern. You wonder why I get some
Holy
hitting winners.
smokes.
It's because of the software. It's amazing.
Lakeland. It's an ETF.
Samuel, I would include the RS parameter if that is a factor you want to be concerned about.
Not all of these.
Go
ahead.
No, what were you gonna say?
Not all of these I like, but
no, not all of them.
Ryan is right. There could be some gems in it. What is that? Botox. 1 to 3 months box. I don't know. A fixed treasury. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
I like this. Hold on. I'm going to save this real quick.
So you'll get some random stocks in there, but I've run it. I've changed the time frame. Mine is defaulted to 3 months. And I have right now, I think it's less than 5 or less than 10. I run that. I have to look at it.
I just saved it, Fitz.
Yeah, I got less than 5. So I was just looking for underpriced stocks that met that criteria.
Yeah, I got a lot of.
But again, it's just especially. I mean, honestly, even traders could use that strategy, but it's more for fundamental investors.
And this could be adjusted to fit every type of investor.
It can, and the reason why, like that one company that shot up from $8 to $12, we still value it. I think it was a dollar or two more than where it shot up. So, it's not a target, but it still gives me a sense, hey, even though there's momentum and there's hype,
so
still getting value.
Ryan was on something. Industry group, and I'm going to do a little different. Top Delta Industries, highest 10.
Okay.
Highest 10 by 10-day. That's lowest. Highest 10 by 5-day RT Delta. Nothing. Interesting. Oh, why? Because the market had been going down, right? Ooh, sorted industries. Let's just go by the top 5 RT. Nothing. Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to leave this, though.
But filter it by hot industries, hot sectors like semiconductors,
Right.
computers,
I can
computer
go through and
makers, things
find
like that.
those. Yep.
And it will literally save you so much time to find gems. Because you watch my videos, if those are I mention every night just about. That's the pattern I look at.
All right, Joey, put us on the end. Oh, he did already.
We got to buy stocks for our portfolio.
Oh,
You're
stuff.
talking about, I'm loading up today.
All
You're
right.
talking about I'm loading up.
All right, let's go to the portfolios. Here we go. I'm going to start off with you. What do you want to put in there? You know what you want to put?
BITU.
Add trade. Huh?
BITU.
Okay.
It's double leveraged Bitcoin.
Okay. How much?
2,000 worth.
2,000. What else?
ETHU.
ETHU.
1,000.
Okay.
TSM. 1,000.
Okay.
IONQ.
Yeah.
1,000. Told you I'm loading up today.
Okay.
I don't even know how much I just spent. Hit okay. That's exactly what I wanted. The screen is so tiny. Oh, we got 50,000 portfolio this time?
Yeah.
Well, we got to readjust that. How about you know what I bought, but I'm going to have to readjust that. I know we're running out of time,
I'll let you come over to my office.
But ultimately, Bitcoin's going to be about 20% of my portfolio. I'm going to have 20,000. Instead of 1,000, we'll just change it to 10 or 20,000. But we'll have to adjust that after the live stream.
I'm going to take.
Obviously, you can see I'm about to be heavily invested into crypto. And UAMY, if you'll give it to me. I know it's your story, but I love it.
Hold on. Add to portfolio. I'm doing mine differently.
Because I thought it was 10,000 like we did last year.
Right.
That's why I was giving you those figures.
AMA Glenn. Next. Action. Buy. Spend. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 grand. We got 50. Yeah, I'm going to go. I'll leave it there. Click on next. I do mine the easy way. All right, there's mine. And there's yours. You can come to my office and change that.
Yeah, I'll come after live stream. We'll readjust it. But yeah, those would be the 4 stocks I want to hold.
All right. So, again, Michael, when we ask for the stocks, now, Joey, you can put this on the ending screen. When we ask for the stocks during the chat and everything, that's when you give up the stocks. All right, because then if not, as you can see, as I did all last year, we kept going back and forth, back and forth. It took away from the flow of the presentation. So there's a time that we ask for them, and that's when we're going to take the stocks. All right, that's when we're going to take the stocks. All right, I don't want you to look at it in a bad way. Now, guess what, Michael? We do have something called Power Hour. I think I have it Friday. The Power Hour. What time is it? At 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yep. And that's in the community room.
That's in the community room. But on every other Wednesday on YouTube, we also have the Power Hour where we spend the whole hour just looking at your stocks. All right. Samuel says, your idea for the unit search was excellent. Thanks. I've updated mine already. Listen, I will do that every time I can on the fly because I love the idea. And why not?
And it really is probably, I've been working here a while. In my opinion, it's one of the most powerful chart patterns utilizing the VectorVest 7 system, our proprietary indicators, is that value in correlation to price.
Oh, Ripman is right. We didn't make a customer portfolio. Fungus. I got to set one up for them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
I gotta set one up for you guys. I apologize. I didn't. Yeah, Ripman. Next week we'll have one. All right.
Bill, as far as the jobs number, my biggest concern right now, I did a report on this last week. 2023, 2024, the sectors with the most job growth, healthcare and government. Mm-hmm. That does not show me a strong economy. That shows me a weak economy.
And not only that, big companies, Meta's laying off people. Everybody's laying off people.
And look at this. The government's about to lay off people, according to Elon and Trump coming in next week.
Unemployment's going to play a big role in the economy this year, a lot more than it did for the past 4 years.
I think that it needs to happen.
I agree.
we need some pain. We've had too much prosperity. I know that's not no one wants to hear that.
The market
but
needs
guess
to
what?
crash. Okay, I said
it has cost us the power of the dollar. That's the reason why Bitcoin's $100,000. Let's be honest.
Okay.
But anyways, I'm done.
Are you
Done with
off
my
your,
rant.
Did you get off your soapbox?
No, I could still be on it.
All right. You want to sign us off this week?
Yeah, I'll sign us off.
Okay.
All right, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful presentation. Obviously, we got some killer insights when it came to, utilizing Unisearch to find exactly the type of chart patterns we're looking for. As well, we saw some hot industries, right? Petroleum. That's going to be in tonight's video. Quantum, risky, right? Think it's more of a trade than an investment. There's a lot of news on both sides of the aisle, good and bad, when it comes to quantum. Other than that, I hope everybody makes a lot of money this week going into 2025 because, you know what? We can all use a little prosperity. Right, Glenn?
That's right. And
Everybody
Ross,
have a great afternoon.
Ross, keep sharpening that axe. I love that you remembered that from the 2-day. All right. Bye, Ryan.